the day.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
This defense for the Niners, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the gut, McCaffrey. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 13 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's been a touchdown machine for this season. He's #1 in the league in rushing touchdowns. So that has to help the entire offense as a whole. Play action passes, other people have a chance to touch the football because if you're a defense, you absolutely have to key on him.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 207, just one shy of Jerry Rice's all-time mark of 208. And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
They held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth, and they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff them.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
The Niners at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Oh, and that is incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there. And it's 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Incomplete.
Well, we're pretty early in this contest, and with 1 interception already thrown, when that ball was tipped in the air, I think he had to be wondering, could this be a second one, and was already battling in his mind how to handle it. Fortunately, that ball fell incomplete, and now he gets a chance to atone for what could have been a big error.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Purdy. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Purdy looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Purdy throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Connects with Kittle underneath. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he is going to have the Niners first down, it would appear. Yes, he does by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2. They go play action here. Purdy. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Deebo Samuel with career touchdown number 60. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. That 2nd down play nets a -4. 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh, able to avoid him. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Looking to throw. Purdy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now a give right side McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year.
And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up a throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
This 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
York able to send this one through.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Open man is Samuel, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Final play of the half, Purdy.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit of the run that they got.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football.
49-yard line.
101. Season continues here.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's up across midfield. McCaffrey. And .32-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Purdy from the gun.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. In motion goes the tight end.
On second down, it's Walker. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Throwing here, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble. the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
They'll look to throw again.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his target, Royal. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Jackson Smith and Jigba
from 13 yards out.
And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Purdy.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Now 2nd and 5.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
On third down, it's Purdy.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of